And each gentleman has 2 minutes. We'll begin with Mr. Allen.
You know, all of you ought to run for office one time and come up here and enjoy this. Seriously, the questions tonight have been well thought out, they have been sincere, and they've been relevant. Again, thank you for coming out tonight. The current board has started a lot of projects. There are a lot of things going on that I hope you'll give me the opportunity to see out. We don't always agree. We're not supposed to agree. Mentioned at the outset that Karen and I have been married for 40 years, and I think we've had a couple of disagreements. But we keep going on, and we try to make the best decision possible. I have not been happy with every decision the board's made, but I've learned to live with it. And in the long run, I do not think that any member of the board has gone up there and done anything that they thought would be detrimental to Madison County. And sometimes we may have needed more facts. Sometimes we may have needed the opportunity to think things through a little bit more. But that's a learning process. Jerry Butler's made the comment several times that it took him 2 years to learn exactly what he was doing on the board. And unfortunately, there's a lot of truth to that. I'm still learning. I'll continue to learn. And I do ask for your support on November the 5th. And I do promise that I will only do what I think is in the best interest of Madison County and the people who live here. Thank you very much.
Mr. Jackson.
I view things a little bit differently. I think people overcomplicate pretty much everything. I view things in a common sense way. We go about doing business like you should. You don't need, we can put committees together all day long. I serve on a bunch of them. It turns out you get to a point where you're not really accomplishing anything. I think we need to look at this county and say, what are we trying to preserve and why are we doing this? And it's for the citizens. It's because we live here. People move here because they love it. People stay here because they love it. Madison County, for the last handful of times I've run for this office, but I'm getting tired of losing. Every time people come back up to me and they complain. And they said, oh, we wish this and that and whatever. If you want somebody else, or if you want something different on the board, vote for me. I'm going to make the hard decisions. I'm going to make the easy decisions. But I'm going to look at them in a simple, common sense approach. Not everything warrants that way. In the same sense, that's the way I view it. I'm a farmer. I like to talk to people too much. But I want to hear the opinions of the citizens. You can come up to me pretty much anywhere. I had an older lady come out to the farm the other day. She wanted to know about a bunch of different stuff. I talked to her for 45 minutes. I'm willing to talk to anybody. I want to hear what the citizens have to say. I hope you will vote for me. Thank you for listening to our hot air up here. And y'all have a nice evening.
Mr. Campbell.
Thanks again for y'all coming out tonight and listening to our comments. I, with your help, will work with the citizens of Madison County to return your government to by and for the people. I will be honored to serve you for the next 4 years. Thank you.
Mr. McGee.
Okay, so let me be the fourth. So thank you for coming out, and thank you to Rural Madison for setting up this forum tonight. I feel like I have as much at stake as anybody in the future of Madison County. My kids are here, my parents are here, my brothers are here and their families, and I have nieces, nephews, and uncles and aunts. I'm really related to almost an embarrassing portion of the county. And I run for their future, and I run for the security of my parents. I run, I hope, as a problem solver, and somebody that will target and remove the obstacles that stand between us and a sustainable future. I'm open to careful economic development. particularly if some of that growth might represent possible jobs for my kids in the future, for us. But we should also recognize there's a tremendous challenge in the aging of Madison County, their care, their housing, but we should also look at that as an opportunity. As I said earlier, it took me 12 years to get back here, and I lived other places, and Fairfax was among those that it was enough. 2 years was enough in Fairfax. But it does give you an appreciation of the place you have here. So the folks that aren't natives, I feel like I have an opinion, I have an empathy with where you're coming from, and like you, I would love to preserve and would never jeopardize the character and values that are Madison County. But I'm also open to some progress and improving the chances of the kids. I think they have a skill set and personality that will make a productive addition to the Board of Supervisors, and I respectfully ask for your vote on November 5th. Thanks and good evening.
Okay, thank you very much, panel.